do, if I'm in terminal mode, I don't have a phone connected, otherwise I'd be able to be a little more thorough in my presentation here. I have macros available similar to, pause a second here, forgot about this. I have macros similar to telco, except that what I do is I display the macro and allow you to select it from this window. So if I wanted to dial out, I could put a macro in here to dial out. Macro is simply a set of commands or a set of text that when you select it, it sends it out to the modem, and the bulletin board or the service that you're using will accept that as if you had typed it in at the keyboard. So it can save a lot of time for repetitious or otherwise difficult to remember text. I also have programmable function keys, and you can define these similar to macros. I use them a lot for passwords. I set up a password, and let's see. If I do a function 9, it should display what I have here, so I'll try this. And it accepted my command, displayed what it was supposed to. So that's another feature port that, it's something I use, something that Dan Eicher suggested I put in there, so I did. Review back buffer we already went through. File uploads and downloads. As of right now, all of the download options, X-modem CRC, the mass transfer downloads, which includes single and multiple downloads, the Y-modem batch, which is useful for IBM boards, as well as Y-modem G, are all functional. So I can select, for example, Y-modem batch. I can tell it that I'd like to send it to my SCSI drive, for example. I can give it a directory on my SCSI drive, and every file I receive will be put there.
Did you try that out on Delphi when you plugged into the mobile?
I don't believe so. So I don't have an account on Delphi?
You did their little bottom up. I'm Gary Fitzgerald, I had that on.
I never, oh wait, where did I may have tested it with X-modem. I don't remember trying Y-modem batch though.
Okay.
Does it fail?
Huh?
Does it work?
I don't know. I
Okay.
haven't got it yet. That's what I'm
Okay.
going to get it. I know if it works. Oh, hi. How you doing? I can get here $40 right here.
Uploads work similarly. Text upload does not work. That I've had problems with, but all of the other selections, X-modem, Y-modem.
You say ASCII upload doesn't?
ASCII upload doesn't work properly. It was not included in the beta release. I have added it, but it does not. After about the first couple lines, it locks up, and I have not figured out what the problem is. Function 7 gives you some help. And like telco, function or alt period will give you a conference mode. So if you're on an online service, you can enter text without having to worry about your text becoming intermingled with the incoming text. Makes it easier to sort out what's being said and what's being typed. For debugging purposes, probably not useful to many people, but there is also a hex dump, a hex representation of everything that comes through, and that's displayed on the top 10 lines. So if you'd like to know what the letter A looks like in hex, you can type it in. Otherwise, it's probably not that useful. Other than that, I showed you how I can go to MDOS from the menu. I can also do it from terminal mode. I can shell to MDOS. I can either hang up first or I can just stay online, do my stuff, and then exit. I can also log text. I can open a log buffer, close it, pause it. That is also functional. I think we've covered just about all of port. I know it's in a nutshell, but
How does the port stop the sending computer from sending when you're in the log mode? Is there a DTR line that's supposed to go high or low? At one time, it sent out a character saying, stop. And then the log would continue and then send a character, well, start again.
right.
Like telco. The problem with telco, there's a lot of boards that you're on, just keep on sending. Telco can't stop it. What does this do to stop the incoming text?
The way that port handles it, if you have the cable made, which makes use of what they call hardware handshaking, there are two lines. One line says, stop sending, I can't take anymore. And the other line says,
start again.
well, the same line says stop or start. The other line is used to determine whether my computer can send or not. So you have two ways, two traffic lights. The way that port handles it is it uses that one line and tells the computer that's sending, hold on, I'm logging to disk, can't send anymore, wait till I complete what I'm doing.
What does that activate on in your modem then? Is that the data terminal ready?
It activates this is where I always get them mixed up. There's a clear to send, a CTS line.
CTS, yeah.
There's also I believe it's request to send.
Those are the two that are...
Those are the two used for determining whether or not port can receive and whether or not port can send. You can set this up to act like telco, but then it becomes a little bit unreliable. You may lose characters. When port was originally designed, it was first of all going to only be color emulator with all of the additional file transfer options, and it was going to only work with the high-speed modems with a special cable. And I rewrote a lot of the code so that this could be used with just a standard modem, 2400, 1200 baud, so that it would also run in monochrome. The reason I wanted it to run in monochrome was for speed. If I'm running this program at a high baud rate, for example 38400, and I just want to capture text, I can let this thing go. I don't have to intervene. It will log it as fast as it can handle it.